I've got a number of topics to discuss, and I guess we'll get one of those out of the way. I've already recorded a good probably half hour of stuff in regards to this game, as well as a number of things about Stern Pinball that I'm going to put behind the paywall. It's a lengthy, long-winded, just this is how I feel and what's going on and what I'm hearing behind the scenes. For $9,999. Yeah, it's not a drop in the bucket or anything. It's still a good amount up there. But $10K for what they're putting in this game. The art, how they're implementing the theme, what all is underneath the glass. It's going to make you go, why are we spending $13K on Stern machines? So this one's just going to be a much more precise. And what I'm feeling about the Fall of the Empire, because I know a lot of you are like, Cary, where's your video in regards to Stern's Fall of the Empire? I didn't do a video on this for multiple reasons, which I discuss to my patrons. But what I'm feeling about Fall of the Empire is it's middle of the road, meh kind of game. I'm like, all right, it's fine. Not horrible, nothing amazing. But it's a game that's going to speak to a broad audience. I think that's what they were going for, is let's give them all the assets for the movies. Let's give them the call-outs. Art that is sufficient is a word to use. I really like the LED back glass. And let's make the layout where it's going to be, I guess, accessible, approachable. That's the word I want to use that everybody else is using for it. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. I'm not excited to play it or anything. I've seen the gameplay footage. The game looks fine. People that are playing it evidently are enjoying it, so there's that. So I think if you're definitely a Star Wars fan, it's going to cater to you. Does it speak to me? No. I'll wait till I play it at Expo. And when I'm at Expo, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be playing The Walking Dead Remastered, because that is going to be releasing next week, and I think we might be even getting the teaser for it probably by the end of this week. But the game is set to release next week. So there is that. I didn't sign no NDA. But anyways, let's see here. What you're seeing behind me is the lack of King Kong. Yes, that game is now out of my game room. What's replacing it, Cary? Something more enjoyable, more than likely, than King Kong. We'll just say that. And the thing is, in regards to King Kong, not that it's a bad game. If it was the only game that I had in my house, it definitely would be disappointing, though. That's the thing with the game so far. And I know a lot of you are going to want to defend it when it comes to code. Like, oh, it's only at 0.87. It's got all this. It's getting better. Man, I'm sure it will get better when it comes to code. The game shoots great. When you make your shots, that game is butter smooth. A lot that I like about it. But there's also a lot that I kind of don't really like about it after a while. After a while, I just kind of didn't want to play it. It's set back there, and I just didn't want to play it anymore. And if I don't want to play a pinball machine, that speaks subconsciously about the game and how I feel about it. I'm not going to force myself to play a game that I'm not thoroughly enjoying. And that was a game. That's the thing, is King Kong was designed. I say designed. The intention of me getting the King Kong was not to hold on to it. That was always my plan, was to change Kong out with another game. But if for whatever reason I felt that King Kong was an amazing game and I didn't want to let it go, then I would find a way to hold on to it. But that wasn't the case for King Kong. And evidently, that bolds true for a lot of you out there, because not a lot of distros wanted to buy my game. They either were still trying to get rid of their allotment, or they know that King Kongs are not selling right now, for a variety of reasons. But I did have a distro reach out to me. They're taking care of me. I'll hold back who all's helping me and who that is until the deal is completely done. And by all means, I want to give them major kudos for the conversations and everything that we've had. But we'll cross that bridge when I get to it. In regards to, people were asking me basically what I sold it for. I sold it for what the market is currently asking for it, and it also gives the distro room to make some money. Because that's what you've got to do. You can't just, if I would have sold it to an individual, I probably could have made more money, but nobody's really buying right now. Secondhand market's kind of shit. I'm sure those of you out there that are trying to sell stuff are probably seeing that. But yeah, so it took a big hit. Pretty big hit. I can say that I will not be buying a Stern LE again. No more. Changes need to be made, Stern, on your LEs. You are oversaturating the market. You are not making a very good offering for the price point, and I think that will be very evident when Spooky drops their next game for $10,000 and what all they're putting inside that game underneath the glass. People are really going to wonder where their money is going when they're looking at what you're asking for your games. You've definitely got to change something, Stern. Something's got to change. You've got to make it more appealing, more rare. Make it to where people want them again. People are not wanting your games. LEs at least, because they definitely don't hold any value anymore. And I know a lot of you out there that buy the LEs don't care about the value. You look at losing $3,500 on an LE like it's nothing, or you don't care. Good for you. I don't like losing money. I'm sorry. I'm pretty cheap. I don't like losing money. But it sucks that, yeah, $3,500 is definitely being lost on my King Kong. I thought getting an L1 LE would be the safest bet. That I wouldn't lose that much money. The demand would be there. Boy, was I wrong. Yeah, you got me once, but you're not going to get me again on this one. I am not getting another Stern LE. It's not going to happen, especially if you're going to continue to offer what you are offering for the price point. And that's going to become very evident on the lack of offerings that you have for the price point whenever Spooky is about to whip out their giant, I'm going to try to keep it PG here, but they've got something coming out here pretty soon that's going to make everybody go, oh, and they're only offering how much? And they've got all these assets. They've got this artwork that looks like this. They've implemented the theme how? The topper's like that. And the value is going to hold solid more than likely. It's going to be interesting. I cannot wait to see the reactions from people on this. But yeah, in regards to losing money, obviously it sucks. But if you would like to, one, help me out, as well as get you something in return, I do have the Wrong Kong t-shirt. They will be available at Pinball Expo, and they are available on my website. Links in the video description down below. Keith, I did send you a shirt, so I'm looking forward to seeing you wear that, maybe at Pinball Expo, or at least send me a picture of you wearing it. That'd be great. Next up on the docket is Pinball Legends. For those that are on my Patreon, you're probably getting tired of all the notifications from the releases / reveals of these pinball figurines. This is the first time actually I'm going to be showing the video footage of them. I've been merely showing pictures, but here are the current figurines that have been revealed. So these are made of a polystone resin. Evidently the materials are very high quality from what I'm told. I haven't got hands on. There are some weight to it. If it helps you with quality, the Tales of the Arabian Nights, full-size one, weighs 7.5 pounds. The box materials and everything that is packaged in looks very high grade, looks very nice. Then it comes to what all this is. Information is supposed to come out, I want to say, this coming Friday. That includes price point and all that jazz. But one information I can tell you at this current point in time, there are two different versions. There is a 1/6 scale and there is a 1/12 scale. The 1/6 is limited to 500 units made. And that's going to be, the height of these things differ between 10 to 12 inches tall. And the 1/12 scale, I think they are maybe 3 or 4 inches smaller. But those will not be limited. The 1/12 scale is no limited amounts made on that. And the collector's edition, or the limited one, also has a certificate that goes along with it. So there you have it. Like I said, when it comes to price point, I think you're going to be maybe happy surprised at the point. I think it's going to be, it's cheaper than what you're going to expect, especially coming from like Lior doing the sculpting and everything of these. These are all hand sculpted and hand painted. So there you go. And the materials are, from what I'm told, not cheap materials. And the thing is, we've got 6 coming out this week, revealing out, and then at Expo, you're going to see the other 6 behind that. So they've already got 12 figurines ready to go. And they're going to do them in series. Like the first 6 are series 1, then there's series 2. You can buy them separately, but I think they're looking into doing some kind of collector's package for those of you that want to collect them all. There will be a cheaper price point for you out there. I don't know what all that is. That's over my pay grade. I'm merely just informing you about the product. I think this is definitely going to be interesting to see how this goes, because this has never been done before. This is a product that just, like, we don't know. A lot of people are looking at this like, why do I want pin dolls? Why do I want stuff like that in my game room? I just want games or whatever. But there's a lot of us out there that do things that other people don't find interesting. It would suck if we all liked the same thing. There's people out there that I didn't realize were really into Warhammers, and they're still using toothpicks and painting and airbrushing Warhammer figurines. Adults do this, guys. So it's not completely far-fetched and crazy to think that there's other adults out there that wouldn't mind having a collection of these. If not a collection, I definitely seen people buying a particular one of a particular game that they really enjoy. But it's always a question in the air of what is the demand going to be for these things. They don't know. And we don't know. The market's going to decide. So I'm curious to see what the market says about these things. I want to know what your feedback is. My patrons have already kind of given it to me, but leave me in the comment section down below what you think of Pinball Legends. And I don't think I clarified it, but it's Melvin Williams and Rick at Planetary Pinball that is doing this. And it was help from Lior with the sculpting and everything aspect of it. But yeah, so I'm going to assume these are going to be available via Planetary Pinball's website. And I think there's even talks about certain distros that may be selling these as well. I think it's just a matter, if you're a distro and you're interested in selling these, then you may want to reach out to Rick and see if you can get on a list. I don't know. Like I said, if you're a distro and you would like to sell these things, reach out to Rick and see what he can do for you. We got Pinball Expo around the corner. We've got manufacturers bringing like their current games, manufacturers bringing games that a lot of people haven't played yet, so it's going to be interesting. But I think one section of the Pinball Expo that's going to be getting a lot of attention is going to be the homebrew section. This is probably going to be one of the busier areas of Pinball Expo. You're going to have your crowds around some of the newer titles, obviously. The new Walking Dead and everything. Maybe some Star Wars. Maybe people that haven't played Harry Potter or Dune. And then you even have Turner Pinball with their Merlin's Arcade that's going to get some attention. But a lot of people are going to be at the homebrew section because these homebrewers are bringing it, guys. And in particular, Mud Flaps is bringing Big Trouble in Little China. This was announced this week. The only real amount of footage that we got so far is a lot of the film footage. We don't have like any gameplay really, so we don't really know what all the game is capable of yet. I don't know if there's a future video coming to show that off, or they're just like, hey, the game's gonna be at Expo, come and play it. But I do predict there being a hell of a line for it, which is gonna suck because I don't like waiting in line. Maybe I could work out something where I could stay late or get in there early. Or someone could hold my place in line for me. But either way, game looks pretty interesting. Definitely a theme that I'm curious about. I don't adore it or love it, but it's definitely a theme that somewhat speaks to me. I've definitely seen Big Trouble in Little China a lot more than I've seen Star Wars or Harry Potter, though. I'm curious to see what all they've done underneath the glass. Now, I'm definitely curious to get a little bit of hands-on with Pinball Brothers Predator. We should be getting that game. Multimorphic should have a couple of the portals there. As far as Spooky, they're going to be bringing their Evil Dead. There's rumor about teasing their next title. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not lying to you because I really don't know. I could reach out and find out, but then I wouldn't be able to tell you. So I kind of like being able to tell you I don't know. But let's see here. But I will say that definitely you should see their next game before the end of the year. That's a given. They have a schedule, and then they're going to stick to it. Let's see here. Barrels of Fun. They're going to be showing off Labyrinth and Dune. And from what I'm told, they should have a room that's good for Dune, basically to give you a lot of you people out there that have not played the game a little bit better environment to experience the game. I don't know how big this room is going to be, if it's going to be like I don't know. But from what I'm told, evidently, they've got a place for Dune that's going to be a better experience. So, I don't know. That could be anything. But yes, I will be at Pinball Expo. I want to say I'm going to be there probably Wednesday through Saturday, maybe. I don't know. Flights booked and everything. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's what time frame I should be there. I'll be walking around the show. I will more than likely have a gathering or a meeting at some point with all my patrons. So there is that. I just don't have a time window exactly. I don't want to overlap a certain seminar that people might be wanting to go to, or maybe somebody else is having a gathering. I don't want to have a conflicting schedule. So that is yet to be ironed out. But yes, Expo next week. Looking forward to all the new games that I have yet to play. And who knows, maybe we have some exciting announcements or news coming between now and then. I can guarantee you that we have some new announcements coming. You know, like I said, we got The Walking Dead. That's coming. So, yeah. Maybe something else. We'll see. So, guys, let me know what you feel about Star Wars. Let me know what you feel about these figurines coming from Planetary and Melvin. Let me know about what you think that's coming to Expo and what might be coming to Expo. Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you at the end of the video. It seems like all these reveals and announcements, they're always like last freaking minute. We got Big Trouble in Little China. I'm sure we're going to have other products or toppers that are going to get announced here pretty soon. It wouldn't surprise me if something's dropping like right now as I'm making the video, for crying out loud. I think we've got a hell of a good week ahead of us before the show. And it's a matter of, I wonder what information is going to drop while we are at the show. Could be an interesting week in pinball for at least the next 2 weeks. So also, I'll end it on this note. My work schedule is officially changing. So that means that I should be able to go to more of these pinball shows without burning my PTO. Now, which shows that is, I don't know. We'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it. But at least I know that I should be able to pay these a visit now without having to call off work. So it's no longer only the big three, Chicago Expo, TPF, and Pinball at the Beach. Maybe then I'll be able to go to Allentown or the Golden State or Cincinnati or whatever. I don't know. No promises, but definitely work should no longer be an issue. So there is that.